Are you ready to get zucked into the future? Because he has a big announcement.
Today we're announcing a new service called Workrooms. It's basically a virtual reality service for collaborating together and doing work. So this is going to be one part of this overall vision that we've talked about, and it's something that we've been using internally at Facebook for a while, and we really like. But it basically gives you the opportunity to, sit around a table with people and work. And
that's right. The dystopian future is here, boys and girls. It's you can work remotely as long as you're in VR, collaborating with everyone. I guess this is the future of work. It's called Horizon Workrooms. Let me go to the official video. Nobody wants to do this. People want to play VR chat. They don't want to do this for work. There's a big difference between this for work and this for fun. A place to sketch, because you can't do that with any screen sharing program out there or any drawing applications. That doesn't exist. You need Horizon Workrooms. Can you just imagine how this is going to go? There's going to be dress codes for your avatar. Like, there's going to be ridiculous HR complaints. His avatar looked at me weird. Getting on the same page starts with getting in the same room. I think we can all agree that that's just not true at all. There's plenty of ways to discuss information without needing to get into VR to do it. Can you just imagine all the bosses that have never used technology, and then suddenly they see this and they're like, oh, I can see them and what they're doing if they're wearing that? Okay, let's do it. But then they have no idea what they're doing with the technology because they've never actually... Okay, so here's a part of the video that makes absolutely no sense to me. They're all in VR virtually because they're all remote, right? And then they're with someone who's also remote but not in VR. So, to me, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just absolutely not. And then, okay, so we have all these other YouTube channels, like tech channels and stuff, doing reviews on it, and they're praising it, but it's probably because they don't have to use it at work. This seems like a fun idea from afar when you don't have a boss breathing down your neck in literal virtual reality. Let me show you.
This is Facebook's VR headset that's been out since last fall. The idea is that you put this on and then all of a sudden you're in some sort of a workspace with a whole bunch of other people moving around and talking and sitting at your desks. There have been other VR apps like this. Spatial has something like this that I've tried in the past year or so, where you...
This doesn't need to exist. None of this needs to exist. Screen sharing is fine. I don't want to virtually walk around with my coworkers. I don't want to virtually walk around with my boss. And the thing is with these applications, like these VR collaboration things, is that they have spatial audio. So if you're far away, it sounds like you're far away, and then when you're close, you can hear them more directly. And it's to simulate the water cooler talk or passing by someone in a hallway.
So when I did the demo, I had to scan my desk as part of the experience. Oculus actually had this tool built into the Quest 2 to bring your desk and even some keyboards into VR. Now, Workrooms also pulls off another trick. It casts your computer screen into the VR experience.
This would just get so tiring and hot and sweaty. I have the old HTC Vive VR, and after 30 minutes of wearing it, it's okay, I'm done, and I have this red spot on my head here from the straps, and my ears hurt, and this is not a good solution to use all day long. Maybe the Oculus Quest 2 is more comfortable, but I just don't, it just can't be good to have that on all day while you're working. Why can't you do all of this with just communicating?
I felt like I had a computer that I could work on. I was working in Slack, I was doing Google Docs stuff while I was attending the meeting, which was crazy.
Which is not crazy because that's what you do anyways when you're at a meeting with your laptop. But now you're doing it virtually, not paying attention.
The other thing you can do in Horizon Workrooms is
no.
draw on a whiteboard.
Can you imagine having this mandated for like an HR training session?
Your controller can flip around and become a marker in the world. So
Wow, you can use your controller as a marker. I mean, there's already games for that in VR. Like, what's the one made by like Google where you can like draw in the air and stuff and sculpt?
we were all sitting at this multifaceted circular table that looked like we were all together, but I could feel my own desk surface. That can reconfigure into a different type of conference room table, or even rows like a classroom where suddenly we were all looking at a whiteboard, and then we went back again. But it's pretty much a seated experience.
This push really, really, really reminds me of this image here with the Zuck and everyone just like jacked into the system pretty much. And it's coming true. That's what's happening. So we'll come back to this, but there's these other programs, like here's one, it's called Branch, and this is a demo of it. It's like Among Us style, and you can create a little office where you walk around and you can close doors, and it has spatial audio. So if you want privacy, you go into a room and close the door virtually. And then, could you imagine going into your boss's office and he says close the door, and then you get fired by like this little pink blob? Because that's probably what's going to happen at some point.
Hey Kai,
Hey, guys.
what's the status with Anders and Ben today?
I checked in with Ben. He's working on UI stuff, but I'm not sure what Anders is working on. We'll go talk to him.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
This whole process right here doesn't even need to exist. You could just be like, all right, okay, send a message. All right, hop on a call. Boom, done. You don't have to have this interim software to play around in.
Hey guy.
Like, are you going to get HR violations for doing things like leaving the bathroom door open if you take your little avatar in there? Like, there's just endless numbers of things that just make this so dumb.
The entity manager. Hey, how's it going?
Howdy.
What's up?
What's up? Just wanted to see what
And it's silly because they have video cameras on up here, so they why are they even moving around? They just talk.
Working on the entity manager, trying to iron out everything.
yeah,
he's
shaking
good.
the screen, man.
Yeah. Made a lot of progress today, so we're just going over like what he did. I'm taking a break from.
They can literally just come up to you and they just start looking at your screen, just like in the real office.
Yeah, looks great. I see you've made a lot of progress here.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
nice.
It's like your little avatar sitting quietly in a corner, and then you hear your boss coming down the virtual hallway or whatever, and you're like, oh no. Like, what happens if you disconnect? Like, right when he gets to you, do they get mad at that? Like, what are all the problems that can come from this? It's just another way to micromanage. Now you have to be at your computer if you're working remote, like, because you have to click around. And do you get marked AFK after a certain amount of not moving within the virtual office space? I don't want to gamify the workplace. I really don't. I just want to get my paycheck and do my job and like hopefully build some experience and some skills, and then, keep making more money and, get a better job. I don't want to do all of this in the meantime. I'll play games on my own time, not at work. I mean, I'll play games at work, I guess, if I'm remote in between doing stuff, if I don't have anything to do. But like, you guys get it, right? I don't want to play a work game. I want to play my own games.
And it's a beta app, so things were a little weird. Like Mark Zuckerberg dropped in to talk to me,
He even looks like a lizard in VR.
and a bunch of other reporters in that room.
The idea is like you go in wherever you are, you can have your perfect setup, you can have all your different monitors.
Do you think Mark Zuckerberg uses this at Facebook? I'm going to guess not. I'm going to guess the people that use it, again, probably, it probably looks more like this photo. Everyone else has to use it except for him. He just gets to watch what everyone's doing.
People can stop in and collaborate quickly, but it's really great for kind of focused work.
The Oculus Quest 2 front cameras, so you can move your hands around, point at people, or wave. Sometimes that drops out or it gets a little jittery. It might look like I was raising my hand when I wasn't.
So he just said that it has a camera on it, which means the camera's looking around your room when you're wearing the headset, looking around your room. Can they track that information? Can they access that information of what the camera sees? I'm going to probably guess that there's probably some sort of admin or IT tools that companies can use to access the camera on your VR headset to make sure you are where you say you are, or you're not doing something that you're not supposed to do, or it's just a giant overreach.
Eventually, Facebook wants to develop super realistic avatars that approximate our real world selves.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster. There's so much extra added fluff that doesn't need to be part of anyone's job. If you're feeling alone, go get help. You can be alone in a room full of people. If you want to collaborate, call. If you want to collaborate, FaceTime. If you want to collaborate, go meet somewhere. It doesn't have to be an office. If you want to collaborate, I don't think VR is the solution. I don't want to play games. I don't want to play work games at work.
What you gain in that sense that I can look around at the table, I lose that sense of, hey, that reporter I know, what's he really looking at?
I'm going to do a follow-up video for this. I'm going to try this out. I'm going to bust out my Vive, and I'm going to show you guys what it's like to be in it, I guess. So if you want to see that, like this video, hopefully this video does well enough. You guys want to see another one.
Now, I've used VR theater apps and other types of experiences that have put me together with people, and it does have a kind of a transporting presence type thing. It makes me feel a little more relaxed than a Zoom. Plus, I can wear whatever I want. I mean, I was wearing cargo shorts and a crappy New York Jets shirt, and
Yeah, this looks streamlined. This looks efficient. This looks like totally something that's necessary in order to do your job.
nobody knew. I mean, that's kind of thing you can get away with in VR because there are no cameras looking at you. I wouldn't really want to do that all the time. So where does this all go from here? Facebook has had great ambitions, not just in VR and AR, but in this idea of the metaverse, trying to build some sort of social glue between all of your devices so that you can work in and out of VR and in and out of maybe their future AR glasses that project holograms and other things into the real world.
People are just going to troll. People are just going to troll the crap out of this software. They're just going to do all the things that you're not supposed to do at work and then be like, oh, it was a bug. I'd show up in an avatar with no clothes and be like, birthday suit, what up? Like, the technology itself is cool with all the interpolation for animations and the machine learning that it's doing to track your fingers and like watch you type, and like the technology itself is cool, but the application is bad, especially for work. Like, for fun with your friends, completely by choice, this would be kind of cool. But at work, even if it's an option, it's dumb.
Let's go. Workrooms is used on Facebook's Oculus Quest 2 virtual reality headsets. Once inside, you can customize your own avatar.
Can I be a helicopter? Can I how far can we customize ourselves here?
Mark, I'm in.
All right, welcome.
Oh my God, you've got freckles on your nose.
I have freckles in real life too, so I'm trying to do the best with my avatar.
Wow. Do you like my glasses? I like it in here. This is my first virtual reality interview.
This is how your boss is going to be the first time he learns this exists, and he's like, I need it right now. And he's going to put it on, and he's going to have no idea what he's doing, because usually these bosses that run these companies aren't very good with technology, but they just see something that's like, oh, I can track my workers, buy it. It's like the professor at college, right? He's industry leader, been doing the job for 30 years, can barely operate the PowerPoint. It's going to be the same thing with all your bosses that have no idea how this stuff works.
My first virtual reality interview too.
Isn't it good?
Excited to do this with you.
Isn't it good we can do this together? So how long have you been working on this? Were you getting all zoomed out? Because I was thinking I was getting zoomed out. Were you getting zoomed out?
As if this is a better solution to Zoom burnout?
Wait, Mark, this is so cool. Wait, just stop for a second, because every gesture you make...
Oh my God. The older generation doesn't need this. It's going to blow their minds. They're not going to be able to handle it.
You'll probably notice is when I talk to you, it's coming from your left, right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that's an important part of how we as people process the sense of space that we have in
spatial audio. Wow, revolutionary concept. The closer you get to the source of audio, the louder and more clear it becomes. Mind-blowing. Zuck.
In real life, we have a grid of faces and all the sound is just coming at us from exactly the same place. But we're very optimistic that in 5 years from now, people are going to be able to live where they want and work from wherever they want. But are going to be able to feel present as if they're together when they're doing that.
Do you have a favorite feature?
Am I the only one that just doesn't want to be present with, like, it's not like I don't like people. I just don't like unnecessary things that get in the way of getting the job done. And I think this is one of those things. I've never really felt that need to feel connected to my coworkers or any of that.
Hi, this is Marissa, and I'm giving you a call from the dealer service.
Oh, dealer services, my extended car's warranty, right? Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of things that I really like. I mean, one is that you can just dynamically change the layout of the room. So, I mean, here, we're in a room layout that's designed for conversation. I can switch us really quickly. So now we're in a presentation setting.
Yes.
So that's pretty neat.
Guys, this is so freaking cool, but this is the thing I worry about. I miss being in the office with people.
Okay, all right. That's I think we've had enough of this video. Okay, I'm done with that. I don't know. It kind of reminded me of this. I spent a week in a VR headset. Here's what happened. This is a pretty good video by Disrupt. If you guys haven't seen it, his editing is off the charts, dude. This guy knows how to tell a story. But this is kind of what it reminded me of going into the future. Just people sitting mindlessly at their desk, just always with a headset on, just totally immersing themselves. Like, this is probably what the Zuck is aiming for. Everyone's just Ready Player One all the time. Yeah, but anyways, this is a pretty good video. Go watch it. Drawing on multiplayer gaming culture. I'm pretty sure corporations do not want multiplayer gaming culture. Y'all ever played Call of Duty? Ever played anything online? I don't think you want multiplayer gaming culture in the corporate world. So this is a video we already watched where they just walk around the rooms and stuff, and this was made by people that have basically never worked a corporate job, but they're selling it to corporations. Both founders since the age of 15 have spent time building Minecraft servers. I spent the majority of my time online playing video games with people, so my whole day was playing video games and having people to talk to in the background because I was on constant calls with people. So for me, it's not hard to use at all. Yeah, of course this is easy to use, but don't bring this to work. And here's the thing. I think there's like 500 companies already signed up waiting to test this out. 500 companies. Imagine, like, is there going to be an open floor plan in this little game where all the employees have to sit in like a little open floor and then the bosses actually get their own office, like how it actually works in a real office? And then is there like a little recreation area where you go to play games? And I don't understand. This is just, I'm almost at a loss for words at how bad this is, how dumb this is, how dystopian this is. I think you guys will agree. I don't. There's a whole lot. Just go Google Facebook Workrooms, and you can see all of the great things that it has to offer. And then I'm probably, if it doesn't work on the Vive, maybe I'll go get an Oculus and try it out for you guys, and we'll have all the memes on this channel. But anyways, that's all I got. It's pretty dystopian. It's pretty hilarious. It's kind of cool, but also like this isn't necessary type thing. But let me know what you guys think. Go Google this, check it out, and maybe I'll check it out in a future video. So again, if you did, like the video, share it with other people so you can see what's on the way for your remote workforce and all of your colleagues, and you'll soon be together sitting in a virtual room doing the same thing. Okay, all right, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. There's a Patreon link in the description. Some other stuff supports the channel. Have a good weekend. I'll see you in the next one.